Hi, I'm Marsha Williams, and I'm founder and artistic director for Gifted Productions, and I'd like for you to meet my guest today.
Hi, I'm Bob Hillerman. I'm with the Starlighters Swinging Big Band.
Bob and I are here to tell you about a wonderful musical that's going to be coming to the 560 Music Center in September. We blended our sounds and our music together so that we can bring audiences a trip down memory lane. We're going to cover music that dates back to the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Then we're going to bring you right up through the 50s, 60s, 70s, and maybe the 80s. But for right now, I'd like for Bob to tell us a little bit about the Starlighters and what they do.
The Starlighters Swing Band is a group that we started about 15 years ago. We're a bunch of hobby musicians. The Starlighters did perform back in the 50s as a six-piece combo group. When tastes in music changed, they broke up the band and started a local community band playing oompa music. One of the members of that band still had all of the music and equipment in his attic, and some of us in the community band wanted to play more. So we restarted the Starlighters, and we've been doing it as a big band instead of the small combo for the past 15 years.
Awesome. So how did you come by getting additional members? Did you hold auditions? How did you do that?
Word on the street.
Okay.
We just talked with people and found musicians and built the band and lost members and found replacements, and we've been lucky enough to keep the group we have right now for about the last 12 years. So
I think, Bob, you've probably described the progression of most musical units. If they're bands or if they're vocal groups, some come, some go. You have some that stick, and you maintain some of the original players. But I think what keeps it going, or you tell me if you agree, is passion.
Absolutely. The joy of playing music is what keeps us going. It's what gets me chasing a new musician if I lose somebody.
I love that. I found myself in that place as well. Fortunately, our group, by the way, the group that's going to be performing with the Starlighters is Harmony. We're a female vocal group. It's comprised of my two daughters, myself, and a very dear friend. And we love to do different genres of music. We love to bring entertainment appeal to people from all walks of life, for baby boomers and much younger generations. And what's happened for our group is, I'm like you. I started music, 12, 13 years old. And I was always a member of a pop rock doo-wop group, and got married and just couldn't let the music go. So maybe it was a dirty trick for my daughters, but as soon as they became old enough, I'm like, okay, let's start a group. So we did that, and we've been singing for years and years together. And so we were performing, actually how Bob's group and we met. We were performing at an event back in April, I think it was. Wasn't it back in April?
At the Grand Center Arts Academy.
That's exactly right. And I sat waiting to go on, listening to you guys, and I was blown away. First of all, when do you hear that kind of music, that big band swing music like you guys were playing? And you have some vocalists in the group too. You don't just play.
We have three guys that sing. Our drummer does some singing. We have our trumpet player who does some singing, and then one guy, he plays clarinet and sings as well.
Okay, that's awesome. Which made me, it inspired me hearing you to sit there and think, maybe we could do a joint concert, because you guys cover the music from the 30s and 40s, and we start out in the 50s, and I'm like, we could probably just pick it up and carry it into the 80s.
Sure.
And give the audience something really, really special. I've always thought that music is so powerful that it takes on a life of its own.
It does. And it's amazing to me to watch young people come in and see our group performing. They look at the band and they kind of hang their heads, and then when we kick off a song, they're immediately in it. They're on the dance floor and they're going to town. People don't hear swing anymore, and we're one of the groups that still do that.
And I'm so glad you do. I really am, which is why I'm so excited about this show. So we'll talk a little bit about it. You guys are actually going to do what you do. Name some of the songs that you have on your list.
Well, most of the stuff we do is Glenn Miller, Tommy Dorsey, Duke Ellington, that type stuff. In the Mood, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. I'm drawing a blank right now.
That's okay.
But we do some more modern numbers too. We're doing some stuff from the 70s and 80s, Mustang Sally vehicle, things like that. Some of the groups from those days that were considered rock groups, but actually utilized horn players, because that was our desire when we started this band, was to have a place where a horn player could go and actually do something.
That's awesome. And what I think the audience can expect to get from this wonderful show, I think, is a trip down memory lane. A lot of wonderful, wonderful reminiscing will happen. I think music will permeate minds to the point that people will start to really go back in time and remember when they first met that special gal or that special guy, or maybe that was when they had their first child to that music, or around that time period. And that's why I love music so much, because it transcends time and it really touches emotions, and I love to impact people like that.
It's been a lot of fun for us to see when we perform at a lot of golden anniversaries. We find out that the Starlighters performed at their wedding originally.
Wow.
So
Really?
that's been a neat thing to see.
That's great. That's great. So again, we're talking about music from the best of times being performed by the Starlighters Big Swing Band and Harmony, a local vocal group that I think blending these sounds is going to be like a music marriage. And I think if the people come out, they will experience something that you don't experience anymore, just the music that you bring and what we do. And a person might say, I had someone ask me, how are you bringing big band music together with the pop, rock, and soul and R&B that you ladies do? And I really believe that soul was in the big band music. When I see Cab Calloway in my mind, that was a soulful brother.
You bet.
But he had the big band behind him. So, I mean, it's not a separation of music. It's the bringing together and the enhancement of music that I think we've almost lost.
Right.
And so we'll get a chance to bring this to the audiences, take them back in time, and I think share something that, as you were saying, the young people can really, really kind of get their teeth into, because they're not hearing that kind of music anymore.
Right.
So we're talking about music from the best of times, coming to the 560 Music Center on Saturday, September 12th. Tickets are $20, and all seats are general admission, so no reserved seating. You get there, first come, first serve. You are going to really experience something that you probably have not experienced for a long, long time. Wouldn't you say, Bob?
I would agree, 100%.
Okay. Thank you.